Some nights stay in your mind forever. For me, it's one night I can never forget. I was naked, tired, confused, and there were eyes on me. Eyes that were not supposed to be there. I felt small and more exposed than I ever had in my life. My name is Daniel. I am 21 years old, and I live in a small college town in Ohio. Most days, my life is simple. Classes, shifts at the library, late walks home under yellow street lights. Nothing special, nothing dramatic. But that night changed something in me. It started on a Friday. My friends and I went to a party near campus. The music was loud, the house was hot, and everyone kept handing me drinks. I should have stopped earlier. I know that now. At some point, everything around me turned soft and blurry. My friends walked me home. I remember their arms under mine, the sound of my shoes hitting the sidewalk, the cold air touching my face. When we reached my apartment, they put me on my bed and left. I thought the night was over. My girlfriend, Lily, was there with two of her friends. They were having a movie night in the living room. I barely remember their faces when they came into my room. I do remember one thing: the smell in the air. I had thrown up on my shirt. Everything after that felt like a dream. A strange, heavy dream I did not want to be in. I felt hands pull me up. Someone said my name. Someone laughed. My feet dragged across the floor. My head kept falling forward. I remember warm water on my skin, a sponge on my back, fingers on my arms. I remember trying to talk. I said, "Stop." I said, "No." At least I think I did. The words felt lost in my throat. I could not move. I couldn't even lift my hands. I was naked, tired, confused, and there were eyes on me. Eyes that were not supposed to be there. I woke up the next morning in my bed. Sunlight filled the room. My head hurt. My mouth was dry. Then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. I had no clothes under the blanket. I pulled on my shorts and walked out. Lily and her two friends were in the kitchen. They were eating cereal and smiling. When they saw me, one of them giggled, another whispered something. My face felt hot. I said I was not okay with what they did. The room changed in 1 second. Their smiles vanished. They turned sharp. They told me I was wrong, that they were only helping me, that I should be grateful. But my voice kept shaking because I knew what I felt. I felt exposed. I felt ashamed. I felt like something private had been taken from me without my permission. I left the apartment. Lily tried to follow me, but I just walked faster. My hands shook as I typed a message to my friend asking if I could crash at his place. He said yes. That night on his old couch, I stared at the ceiling for a long time. My head was heavy with questions. Was I overreacting? Was I supposed to be quiet because I'm a guy? Did they really not hear me? I did not know the answers. All I knew was the feeling in my chest. It was tight and cold, like someone had closed a door on me. I did not sleep much that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the bathroom again, the bright lights, the water, the faces that should not have been there. I kept wondering why no one listened to me, why no one stopped, why it felt so easy for them and so hard for me. The next afternoon, Lily came to my friend's place. I saw her through the small window beside the door. She looked nervous, like she was holding her breath. Before I opened the door, I pressed record on my phone and put it in my pocket. I just wanted the truth. I needed it. She walked inside and spoke fast. She said they were only helping me. She said I needed them. She said it was normal. I told her I did not feel safe. I told her I felt embarrassed, and not in a small way, in a deep way that stays with you for a long time. She got quiet. I asked her a simple question. How would she feel if my friends washed her like that? Her eyes dropped to the carpet. She said it was different because girls are more vulnerable than boys, and she and her friends were just being caring. She said it was a natural instinct. But that did not feel right to me. Caring means listening. Caring means respecting someone's body. Caring means leaving the room when someone says no. I asked her why she didn't tell her friends to go. She looked away. After a long silence, she said she did tell them once, but they wanted to stay. They said she might need help. She let them stay. I felt something inside me sink. I had trusted her. I had believed she was the one person who understood my boundaries. I asked her why they removed all my clothes instead of leaving my shorts on. She said they were dirty. I pointed out that I had only thrown up on my shirt. She did not answer. She kept saying, dirty shorts, like she was trying to convince herself. A part of me wanted to cry. A part of me wanted to yell. Instead, I just felt tired. Later that night, after Lily fell asleep, I went back to our apartment to get a few things. While I was there, I opened her phone. I knew it was wrong, but my mind would not rest until I understood what happened. I texted her friends from her phone, pretending to be her. I asked them if they heard me say anything. At first, they avoided the question. Then, two of them admitted they heard me mumble stop, but they said I was drunk and needed their help. One of the messages from earlier that night said something strange. One of them had written, "Well, that was fun." Maybe she meant it as a joke, but it still made my stomach twist. I took screenshots and left the apartment. When I got back to my friend's place, I sat on the edge of the bed and stared at the wall for a long time. I was not ready to go back. I was not ready to pretend everything was fine. I sent Lily a message saying I needed space. The next morning, I read the college handbook again. There were clear rules about consent, safety, and privacy. They did not say consent stops mattering when someone is drunk. They did not say it stops mattering when the person is a man. I felt scared, confused, angry, and strangely alone. I kept thinking about what would happen if I told the truth. Would people believe me? Would people laugh? Would people say I should be grateful? I still don't know what I will do, but I know this. What happened was not right. My voice mattered, even if it was quiet. My body mattered, even if I was tired and drunk. And no one should feel small like that. Not me, not anyone. Some days I wake up and feel strong. Other days I wake up and feel lost. But I'm learning to trust myself again. I'm learning to say no without shame. I'm learning that silence does not make something unimportant. It only makes it harder to heal. I hope one day this memory feels soft and far away. For now, it's still close, but I'm getting better. Slowly, one breath at a time.
What would you do if you were in Daniel's situation? Would you report it or walk away? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And do not forget to subscribe for more English stories. Key vocabulary from the story are: help, ashamed, quiet, trust, and admit. Help, to make something easier for someone. Ashamed, feeling bad or embarrassed about something. Quiet, with little or no sound. Trust, to believe someone is honest or safe. Admit, to say something is true. Lesson of the day. Trust. It means to believe someone will not hurt you and will respect you. Examples from the story. I had trusted her. I am learning to trust myself again. More examples. I trust my best friend with my secrets. You can trust this teacher because she listens. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and share. You can watch the next story here or explore our playlist for more inspiring stories. And do not forget to subscribe. More interesting stories for learning English are coming soon.